Okay, welcome. Hello, Skelly. I see you were waiting. My Streamlabs was updating, so calm down. Okay. Let me make sure everything is set up correctly. My mic is working. Yep. Okay, everything seems fine. All right. So I am going to be making it so that whenever you add items here, it shows up in the actual game. And I also want to do something like add some more items. First thing I'm going to do actually is show you what I did between streams. I debugged my door and fixed my drawer system a bit. And I also want to do a little bit with a dynamic cursor. Our cursor just doesn't change right now, and I want to make it to indicate whenever you are hovering over something that can be interacted with. Um, I think that should be pretty easy. But first, let me show you what I have done. So I took a lot of inspiration from the Phasmophobia door and drawer systems because they are beautiful. I absolutely love how they work. Uh, it's really smooth, and you get a lot of control, and it also makes sense for the ghost to only partially open a door. Like, if this were a game where the door could either be open or closed, then the ghost would have to either open or completely close a door, which gets rid of some freedom that I think would be very nice to have. First is the drawer system. I did make a little change where instead of just taking where your mouse is looking and moving it there, it takes the change in where your mouse is looking and moves it based off that. That if I were to click here, it wouldn't jump. Like if I clicked here, it wouldn't jump forward, but I can still drag it that way. I also added a little bit of a snap as well, as you can see. I just thought was a nice little feature that I always wish Phasmophobia had. Then there's also the door system. It works really beautifully, actually. I really like this. Also has a 5-degree angle snap, which is really nice. It works just like in Phasmophobia. I spent some time with a friend in Phasmophobia figuring out exactly how this would work, and I think it turned out really well. I can do that. I can do everything I can do in Phasmophobia, and it feels really natural too. So I think I'm really proud of that door system, and I think that is going to work really well. I also did some things with the drawers to make sure you couldn't stand on them. I turned off climbing, and I also just added an invisible hitbox on the top of the drawer so I can't just step onto it. Because Roblox has step physics and climbing built in, and yeah, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, it was Skelly. I'm not going to try to hide that. It was Skelly that helped me do that. And we got sidetracked really, really quickly and started, like, breaking every door in the building. I have some screenshots. I just... like that. Uh, like this. Come on, load. Open link. There we go. Like that. Like this. Anyway, that's besides the point. Phasmophobia has a really broken door system that you can abuse. But that can't happen. Phasmophobia, you can run into the door to push it off its hinges. And that only works because the door doesn't push you in Phasmophobia. You push the door. But in my game, obviously the door pushes you. Which is fine. I don't see anything wrong with this, and I'm fine with using this. And I also think it slightly increases the skill ceiling. If someone really knows what they're doing and they are getting chased by the ghost, they could close the door to give them in the right way to give themselves a speed boost. I'm not good at it. They could use the door to push themselves forward because it can give you a bit of a speed boost if you do it right. Anyway, I really like that system and I'm really happy with it. The first thing I'm going to do is mess with the crosshair a bit. I take the cursor, make sure it is visible, just so I can work with it a bit easier. Something I think is the case is that the stroke is on the outside instead of the inside, which is not something I really wanted to do. That's not what I want. Is there something I need? That's not it either. Okay, so I'm not quite sure. I don't think I can make it go on the inside. I'm just gonna have to do a bit of math. Can I do negative numbers here? That does not work. Okay, well, that's fine. I just have to do some math because what I'm thinking is whenever you look at a door, it's going to take this and it is going to increase the thickness inwards in a kind of smooth way. That's really 2 pixels. Strange. I think I might make this a little bit bigger because it's really small. Let's try 10. Okay, yeah, that's good. I think. I think I'm gonna make it a bit more transparent too. That's the wrong way to go. There, that's pretty good. Maybe a bit more. There, perfect. So now we have this, and I am going to write a script that will detect if you're looking at something interactable, and then I think 5 was good because in the editor it's smaller. No, it's not smaller. It's pixel size, not screen size, as you can see. That's how Unity works, not how Roblox works. How Roblox works is if the size, there's percentage of the screen, pixel offset, percentage pixel offset. And I put the 10 in the pixel offset, so that's not going to change with the screen size. But if I put like 0.1 here, it would change with the screen size. That's not going to change. You don't have to worry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new collision group. I'm using so many collision groups. And just going to be cursor highlight. And then, let me find this. Okay, I'm going to disable. No, wait, I can't do that. I do want walls to block it, but I don't want it to. Okay, so that's not going to work. Maybe I should have thought about this a bit beforehand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a local script right here. And then I'm going to get run service so I can do this every frame. That's probably excessive. I'm not going to do that. While wait, so that's slightly less than 60 times a second. It is, let's see, let's figure this out exactly. Print 1 over 0.03. 33.3 times a second. Which I think should be more than enough for this use. Honestly, I might even make it 20 times a second. Because it's going to be a lot of raycasts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this interact raycast. It has everything it should. And I will say I'm going to need raycast parameters. Rams equals raycast parameters.new. Rams dot collision group. We want this to be in the interact collision group. More water, yes. And I believe that is all. Now I can do the raycast result equals game.workspace raycast. The origin is going to be the camera. So let's get the player in the camera. Cam equals game.workspace.current camera. Okay. Cam.cframe.position is the origin. Cam.cframe.lookVector. But that's the unit, and I need to get a maximum distance here. I kind of want to set up one interaction distance between everything, so I can just access that here. But I believe I have separate ones. So 6 here, and then item controller. What is the distance? 10. Okay, that might be a bit of an issue. So what I'm going to just do 100 here. And I'm going to store these all in some easier variables. Folder interaction distance. And then on my item controller, instead of just multiplying it by 10, I'm going to say dist or max dist. And I'm going to say local max dist equal to game.workspace wait for child interaction distance wait for child. Now let's add one here or pick up number value. Pick up wait for child pick up dot value, and then this will be 10. And then I'm going to say number value, and we're going to get drawer. I can't talk. This is 6, and then door, which is also 6. Okay. Now I just need to access those values. Here I'm going to remove this interact range. And then in here I'm going to get that value. Game.workspace wait for child. Interaction distance. Wait for child. Door dot value. And then for the drawer, I also need to do that. Game.workspace.interact wait for child interact distance wait for child drawer. Okay. So now I can access all those values in my cursor. So I'm gonna rename this script highlight so it's a bit easier to know what it is I'm dealing with. So I'll just put this at 100. And I can always just take the distance between what hit. That might be a bit laggier to make it longer. I'm not quite sure how this works. So I'm just going to have a value here, local max dist is going to be 0. And then it's actually it's going to be the... No, I'm going to have a 0. I'm going to say local interact distances. And for every... and I'm going to have like a collision group. That's going to be set to a number value in there. So the collision group item. So in under interact, I need to get everything in here that I want to highlight. It's not colon, it's equals. And I forgot. Roblox is weird. Item is game. Okay, let's get a value for the folder. Full distances folder. Game.workspace wait for child. Interaction distance. Distances folder. Wait for child. Pick up. Dot value. Door is equal to distances folder. Wait for child. Door. And drawer is equal to instance folder wait for child drawer. Okay. I forgot the dot value. Dot value. Okay. So now I have a dictionary for that. I'm gonna tabulate this so it looks a bit better. There. I'm going to do for collision group and dist in pairs interact distances do if distance is greater than max distance, then max distance equals distance. So I just take the largest value of all these, and then I can use that here. So we're gonna make sure it hits something. If result, then I'm gonna have an else. So I'm going to have a value here. It's like local hovering. That should not be in the loop. Hovering equals false. Or maybe last hovering should be outside the loop. And then local hovering should be inside the loop. And then I guess I don't need the else because it'll default to false. And we can detect if hovering is not the same as last hovering and then play an animation and then set last hovering to hovering. Anyway, so get the result. Local part equals result.instance. That's what it hit. And we're gonna make sure it hit a part, not like terrain. Now we need to get the collision group of this part. So there is just, I'm gonna need a physics service. Phys equals game get service physics service. Phys get part, no, get, what is it? Set part collision group. So I guess you can just do part.collision. Let me specify this is a base part. Actually, no, we're gonna make sure it is a base part here. Part is a base part. Then we're going to say collision. Still thinks it's any? Come on, you're smarter than this, Roblox. Okay, so I'm just gonna call this inst, just so I can specify the type. Base part equals inst. Just so it has the autofill. Part dot collision group ID. We're gonna get the ID of the collision group, and I believe we can get the name from the collision group. Get collision group. What's this? Get collision group name, and you just pass in the number, and it returns the string of the name of the collision group. So we'll call collision group. Now we're going to get the distance for that in here. So local dist is going to be interact distances collision group. Now, if this doesn't exist, so if it's in one of the other things that can collide with this interact collision group, so this raycast is going to have a collision group of interact. So it can only hit things that are in the default drawer bodies, inner walls, all those collision groups. And we want to see if one of those collision groups is doors or drawers or item. And if it's not one of those, we can assume it's like walls or default, in which case we don't want to highlight it. And the ones I do want to highlight are listed here. So if it is not, so if there is no value for this, then it is not in the list of things we want it to highlight. Or distance. So if distance does exist, then it's a number and we can compare it to the actual distance. So I wonder, does result have a distance? Result dot. Yes, okay, cool. Or distance is greater than result dot distance. So if it is not the right collision group or it is too far away, then we don't do anything. So I shouldn't have done that. I should say, and that's the wrong way. Okay, so if it is one of the things we want it to collide with, and the distance, the way that it can be, is longer than how far away it actually is, then it should highlight the cursor. And say hovering equals true. Hello there, to so I can't pronounce that. Suatiem, I'm probably butchering that, and I apologize for that. I've never been good with names. So now that we have this, okay, I'll call you Tim. So I'm going to have a value for the default thickness. Default. Thank you for the follow. I am making a horror game. I'm currently working on something for the cursor, where if you are looking at something you can interact with, the cursor will get a bit thicker. Just to give you some sort of response that, hey, you can do something with this. I just think it would be a nice feature, so I'm so default thickness equals parent.cursor.ui stroke.thickness. Local size equals parent.cursor.size.x.offset minus 2 times default thickness. No, wait, plus. Okay. So here we can use the tween service. So let me get that real quick. Get service, tween service, and then this is just a way to smoothly change a value. So we're going to create a tween. We're going to be altering cursor. We're going to change the size of this. We need to offset the size so that it actually looks like it is thickening inward instead of outward. And local hover this. Let's just make this twice as large. Just 4. Okay, so cursor, we're going to make this take 0.25 seconds. Enum.using sign, enum.using direction.inout. That just makes it a bit slower at the beginning and end and a bit faster in the middle. Just because that looks kind of nice and smooth. And then here, we need to specify what's going to change. We're going to change the size. Capital S size is equal to size minus hover thickness times 2. That's not going to work. What am I thinking? Udem2.new. So I'm going to store this in a variable with that, and now we can just run this. And we also need to change the actual thickness, not just the size of the circle. So cursor.ui stroke, which is like the outline, same length and everything. We're going to be changing the thickness to hover thickness. Now we only want to do this if not last hovering and hovering. So if you are hovering now but you weren't just hovering, what's the game going to be about? What do you have to do? This is a ghost hunting horror game. You find a ghost and you exorcise it after learning a bit about it and trying not to die in the process. There's not really much to it. It's a bit inspired by Phasmophobia, but with spells and exorcisms. And I can give you a quick rundown after I have tested this. I can show you what I have so far. I have a beautiful lobby, and the actual game is a mess because I haven't worked on this too much. I have a working door system, a working drawer system, and a ghost that will kill you with a pretty nice animation. Now, if you were hovering, but you're not anymore, then we want to do the opposite of the animation. So minus thickness. That should work, and then we want to do D. Okay, that should undo it, and then we just need to say okay. Now let me just test this out real quick. There's a very small chance this will work on the first try, but if it does, I will be pretty happy. That will be very nice. Let me close this out. I don't need it anymore. That's not good. Oh, I'm stupid. When I swapped over all those values, I forgot to add that there. Should probably do something about the length of this loading screen. I have a feeling it's loading things it doesn't need to. It would probably take a lot less time if my friend didn't like import like a million assets over there that are unnecessary. I'll probably do something about that. It doesn't work. Okay, well that's sad, but also good to know. Beautiful drawer system. It doesn't break at all. Oh, that's not good. I might need to do something about that. Oh. It worked for a second. I was looking at a flashlight and I saw it get thicker. But then it stopped. Very strange. R6 or R15? R6. I am doing this in R6. Just because it is a bit easier, I think. Oh. What? It's as if the distance is really screwed up. What is happening? So it's kind of working? Something's definitely wrong here. Yeah, I'm doing R6 just because I want... I think the animations for that are a lot cleaner. Because when the characters split up into a whole bunch of different pieces... Well... When the characters split up into a whole bunch of different pieces, you will see... Let me import a rig here. And you turn a hand, you'll see the pieces just kind of splitting apart. Oh, that's not what I wanted to happen. But whenever you rotate it, since it's not like smoothly connected like they are in games outside of Roblox, it looks kind of weird to see it split apart. And honestly, I think the R6 characters are just fine. So I'm just using R6. So let's take a look at what's happening here. Maybe I did something obvious that's stupid. Real quick, actually, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I have, assuming you're still watching. It says one viewer. Anyway, assuming you're still watching, the lobby I have random core Roblox package error. I can create a lobby. Beautiful title screen. I totally didn't steal this font. This font is mine. I did not steal it. It's not the Phasmophobia font. I can create a lobby, friends only password. I can create it. I have all the players that are in your lobby standing around here. You can go here, add items, remove items. That model seems a bit broken. I will take a look at that soon. Let me try to figure out exactly what's happening here. This is very strange. Seems like something just kind of detached. Should be easy to fix. I don't know why it's happening, but it shouldn't be hard to fix. Okay, anyway, there's a shop. Hello there, BRT loser. Oh, hello there. I recognize you as soon as I looked at your profile picture. Anyway, working shop, spells, and choose a location, difficulty, and then that's really all there is to show that, and then you get to the actual game where everything's a huge mess. Yeah, I know. Um, yeah, I did. I just didn't want to say your name in case you didn't want that. Anyway, uh, so I was working on the cursor, and something seems wrong with it. All right, something seems wrong with my cursor. It does not get larger or smaller at any. Well, it did for a bit. I don't know why or what was happening exactly. So I did get the collision group names right. I did those right. Um, item door drawer. Oh, drawers. Okay, so that's why the drawers weren't working. Other stuff, I'm not quite sure. It should work. All right. Bye, Tim. Oh, I didn't pass the parameters. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm so freaking dumb. I made the parameters, but I never passed them. Okay, that was stupid. That should fix it. Possibly. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, that's looking pretty good. It looks awesome. I think that looks really cool. I might need to lower how much it thickens by, but it works on a drawer perfectly. If I'm looking at a drawer, it does thicken. I do think it's thickening a bit too much. I might also want to have a value that will lock it, because as you're dragging a door, I want it to stay like that, even if you're not actively hovering over the door like that. I'm still dragging the door. I want it to still be doing this hover effect. But other than that, this looks pretty cool. Um, so all I can do is I will make a global value I can access here, and I can say hovering equals hovering or underscore g dragging door, or global value of dragging drawer. And then I'm going to change this hover thickness to 3. And I think that should work as long as I actually set these global values. So let me do that. In the door script, I will say here at the end, why not? I don't need all this old code. It is, in fact, old. Okay, underscore g dragging door is equal to not. That just turns into a boolean. It takes the not, so if it exists, it becomes false. If it doesn't exist, it becomes true, and then I invert that again. So if drag and door exists, it'll be true. If it doesn't, it'll be false. And then I need to do something similar for the drawer script. So down here, for g dragging drawer, Mr. G dragging drawer equals not. Okay, that should set those values, and it should stay while have it while you're dragging a door or something. So that's probably going to be a bit better. So let's check this out. Okay, as for the thickness, that's a lot better. I do not regret changing it to 3 instead of 2. I mean 3 instead of 4. And if I start dragging, it stays like that until I stop dragging. That's perfect. Oh, I love that. That is awesome. I absolutely love that. And same thing does not work for doors. Okay. Probably a simple typo. Should be easy to fix, but I really love that. That looks awesome. I love that cursor. So I will head in here, check for some typos. Dragging door, that's the wrong script. Did I miss a G or something? Dragging door, yep. And then in the cursor, wrong script. I need the hovering script, highlight script, I mean. Dragging. Oh, I put 3 G's. Well, that'll do it. Okay, I'm going to assume it's fixed. Now to get into what this stream is actually about. After I download a copy. The stream is actually about is going to be transferring items from the lobby to the actual game. Because what happens when you click the truck, it will teleport. Yeah. When you click on the truck, it will teleport you to the actual game, and it needs to take into account what items you equipped in the tent in the actual game. The very first step of that, of course, is going to be copying over the tent. Something that I'm having in my game is in Phasmophobia, there is a truck. In my game, there is a tent. I need to remove the hitbox. I think I added a part that was just hitbox. Clicker? Is that what I called it? I think so. Yeah. Okay. So now I have just a tent. I assume that is correct. I didn't get the fairy lights. I kind of want that. The fairy lights are nice. So I'm going to copy that again. I'm going to copy the table too. Can I copy this? Can I? It selected the UI? Why? Okay, Roblox, stop it. I'm going to select 3 folding tables, the tent, and I'm going to rename these something that doesn't make it seem like a free model. I mean, it is one, but like. And I'm going to group that. Fairy lights. Actually, ungroup this. Control. No, that's not. What? Control U? What is it? It's a keybind. Control U. It just didn't work. Okay, that's fine. Okay. And I'm going to put that into the tent. Okay, so tent, folding table, folding table, folding table. Let's rename these. Folding table. Tent, and let's copy this all over to this game. I do not want that wire. I also don't want that. Where is that rope constraint? There it is. Okay, much better. Now I have the tent, but without the items in it. Which might be a bit of an issue. I do want those to be copied over. I'm going to have to. What is the exact position of this? I want these to be in the same position. I guess what I should do then is get rid of that and copy it over again, but in a way where it will not lose the exact position. I'm going to copy that, paste it into somewhere that position does not matter, like sound service. Not there. Keep going. There we go. So now it is in the exact same position as it was in the other game, which is going to make my life a lot easier in some aspects. Just from like pulling data between the two games. Because I am going to be adding more items, and I want them to preserve their position on the table. So let me remove the highlight first. I don't know why I'm looking in the... But I am looking in the freelance right here. I need to remove that wire. Where's this highlight coming from? I guess it's just a bug. Roblox, start working, please. Thanks. I am working on a horror game. There's the lobby. The dummies are, of course, replaced with actual players. What the... Oh, that's just because of... Okay, that's not something to worry about. Alright, so this would be on terrain if it were the actual game. So terrain level, I'm not quite sure what this is. I'm going to try to put some terrain just in a small part here. Just grab the terrain editor, region, fill, grass. Where is the region? Am I inside it? No. What? I don't think I'm doing this right. Is it replace? Yeah, replace. That's what I need. Okay, that is really big. That needs to be a lot smaller. I just want a little bit of ground under my tent. What I should be using, what I should do actually, not use this. I should be using the Art Terrain plugin I had. Don't have it anymore. I can buy that real quick. I love it when my account gets deleted. Plugins, Art to Terrain. Holy crap, why is it so expensive? Nope, I'm getting this one. There's no point to have that. Art to Terrain. I don't see anything wrong with this. Whoa, what the heck? Okay, so I'm going to just pretend like that's not happening for now. And I'm going to make this part exactly where I want to have the ground. Should be just fine. Now if I open up that plugin again, I select grass and then boom. Now I have some ground. That is way too grassy. Okay, where's my terrain editor? I don't know where this stuff is anymore. Is it in here? Terrain editor, there we go. Did it. Okay, paint. I want to make this ground. I want a much, much smaller base size. And that's just to get rid of some grass. I don't want all that grass. Okay. Now I just want a little ramp to get up there because I need to be able to grab these items in testing. That is rotated the wrong way. I believe I can use those keybinds. Okay. So give me a bit of time to get used to those keybinds. Okay, make a ramp. I did disable jumping in my game, so I'm definitely going to be needing ramp here. This doesn't need to look good. This is just for testing purposes. I will be able to walk over here. It is in the exact opposite direction of everything else. I'm going to get rid of these old assets some of my friends that made because of lag reasons. I'm never going to use any of these, and they are lagging my game. Well, they're lagging the loading process. The mirror is really nice. I'm going to keep that, but everything else can not exist. That should significantly increase the loading time of my game. I mean, significantly decrease the loading time. I'm going to turn off canic light so I can walk through this. And I will add a light so I can see where I'm going. Let's just add a part. That did not work. Try that again. Part. Is it working? It is. I'm just really dumb. There we go. Put this right here. Add a light. Point light. Increase the range and decrease the brightness. Range 20. Brightness 0.2. Just enough that I can see this edge, and walk over there. Okay. So when I start making the actual maps into the game, I will make sure that it is all centered around this being here. The only reason I am fixing the tent position is because I have a bunch of spots that the flashlights and stuff that you add will be put here, and I don't want to have to spend a whole bunch of time repositioning all that stuff. So I believe there were some issues. That's not what I wanted to do. There are some issues with these items. Models? Yes, kind of seems like parts just split off, which is not very good. How did that happen? I genuinely have no idea. I'll do that. I'll write a quick code to replace the second one. Local part 1 equals, let me get selection. Local selection game selection get local part 1 equals selection 1 local part 2 equals selection 2. Local new part 2 equals part 1 clone part new part 2 dot parent equals part 2 dot parent, and then new part 2 set. Wait. I'm going to specify that these are both models. I'm going to give each of these a primary part. Part 2 primary part equals 2 dot handle 1 dot part 1 dot handle. I'm going to move this to before here. And then I will swap out the positions. New part 2 set primary Z frame to part 2 get primary part Z frame, and then part 2 destroy. I don't know how all this happened, but it's fine. What? Or why did everything just break? I'm so confused. As you can see, the end of this one just kind of straight up popped off. There we go. That one's fixed. It's just breaking everything. Like the ends of the flashlights were moving. Okay, this one's fixed, I believe. It's fine. It's good enough. Who am I kidding? This is a mess. What the heck happened here? Everything looks so good, and nope, everything just broke. There. Now everything's fine. Why, Roblox? Why do you do this to me? Don't move stuff when I paste it. Okay. This one's good. I fixed this one. The detour I did not think I'd have to take. But it is one I have to take. I get rid of these two. Is everything fine with these? Yes, these are perfectly fine. So I will put this one in. No changes. Are these all fine? They are very much not. The ones in 4 seem to be okay. But the 1 in 1 is really broken. Okay, everything seems fixed. That was really weird. I don't know what happened there. What just happened? Okay, I don't know all these keybinds. They are making me angry. Okay, now if I test the game, everything shouldn't be broken, right? Okay, let's see. I had here. That looks normal. That looks normal. That looks normal. Okay, everything's fine. Everything is fine. It's all fixed. Nothing is broken anymore. I don't know how that happened, but I guess it's fine. I download this copy real quick just to make sure I don't lose anything I just fixed there. Okay. Now, how exactly does this replicate whenever it is in the game? Well, actually, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, so I need to copy all this over into server storage. And I believe if I were to move all this stuff in here, it should all be in a place that makes sense, assuming it actually moves. There we go. Yep, it is all in the same place as it was in the lobby. Why is Roblox convinced there's a highlight here? I don't know what's happening here. I might just need to restart Studio. Highlight is a pretty new feature, so it's kind of buggy still. Now I need to change all these flashlights so that they work as actual items. And Yeah, that's really it. So, what are the criteria for something to be picked up with my current system? Um, ooh, that's gonna be a bit annoying. I need to add a hitbox to each of these. However, I will not need the hit script because it will not be moved. I will anchor these. Yeah, they're already anchored. I should be able to get away with that, but another thing I need to do is make sure that I have a boolean on these. Makes pick up true. And I also need to turn off query and all that stuff so I can effectively click through it. Then I just need to add the hitbox, and I think everything will be fine. I really should have thought about this before I made this stuff. Probably would have been a good idea. Okay, so that should do that. I'm going to close all these up so I don't have to look at them anymore. Except for one, which I'll use as a reference. Now I need to copy the hitbox I have set up here and attach it to all of these. So relative C frame is going to be game.server storage dot flashlight ground equipment flashlight handle.c frame. What? Oh, this is ground equipment flashlight handle. Does this have a value handle? What? That's weird. What? Okay, I'm just gonna say .c frame. I don't know that's happening. I'm gonna try my first child handle .c frame. There we go. To object space. It's gonna make it relative, and we're gonna take game.server storage ground equipment flashlight .c frame. So hitbox, we're gonna make that relative to the handle, and we're gonna make it relative to a different handle. Now, for the in pairs game.server storage game.server storage table locations flashlight cat descendants do if v name flashlight. We can just assume it's one of these models, and we will be replacing it with this hitbox. So here we'll say local box equals game.serverstorage.ground equipment flashlight clone new hitbox clear all children new hitbox.cframe equals v.handle cframe to world space relative cframe. So it's going to unrelative it, make it relative to the world based off this new flashlight. Now, I'm going to take everything in V, so thing child and pairs V get children do and child.parent equals new box, and then we just do V colon destroy. That broke everything. And I know why. I'm really dumb. New hitbox.parent equals v.parent. That's literally all it took. Wow, I feel so stupid. Okay, well, it's fine. I can get everything back. Okay. I actually think that worked. That feeling when your code actually works? No way. No way. Is it perfect? Is it actually perfect? It's perfect. Oh my god, yes. It just cleared everything. Frick. Okay, well, at least I can just rerun my code and everything should be fine. Nice. Okay, so that worked. And now I can load the flashlights into the game with some pretty simple code. Now, whenever all the data that was sent from here, from the lobby, is received in the game, we need to do some stuff with the items you received. So I'm gonna have to check the format of everything. So not item manager, it would be under. Also, something else I need to do is for all of these. Something I forgot to do. I need to all these anchored collision group. I need to set. It seems to already be set actually. I need to add. Okay, it already has pickup, and then I select everything inside it, and I make sure it's all off. Okay. Nice. Just get rid of all that. We do not need it. Okay. So where is my script for loading all the info? Game manager here. Okay, so let's check out how this data is sent. In server script service, we have lobby management. Whenever the game is started, so let's find the event for that. Start round. So what I want to do is lock the lobby right away. Okay, v.log.value. Wait, that's the wrong thing. What is the value for it? The get attribute locked. Okay, so we're gonna say lobby set attribute locked true, just so nobody else can join. We get all the players. We open the teleporting GUI. Do we ever destroy the lobby? We don't. That's kind of an issue. Actually, I should destroy the lobby either way. Lobby destroy. Okay. Where are the items stored in all this data? Because I know there's a lot of data here. It'll probably be under config. I don't see this data is actually stored. Did I forget to actually pass this? Because that would be really dumb. Oh no, it's conf.items. Okay, so what is the format of this? It's going to be item type and number of this item. Okay, so I can work with that. Whenever this is all, so whenever all the data is retrieved, we are going to load in the models. So for item type, count in pairs game dot no wait, in items, I'm gonna say equals game dot server. Why is it in? No, it's in server storage. Server storage dot table locations dot flashlight. Yeah, find first child. No, not flashlight. Find first child item type. I should call this folder. We're going to make sure this folder exists. If folder, then I'm going to say local model is equal to folder find first child to string count, because it will have like 1 to 4 flashlights. So type is flashlight, it'll get in here, and then it will take the number of that and it will find the model based off that. So this is how many. This is the model for if you have 1 flashlight, 2 flashlights, 3 flashlights, 4 flashlights. Okay, so we get the model. We're gonna make sure that model exists. Then we're gonna do model clone. We're gonna duplicate it. We're gonna put it in the workspace game.workspace. I believe it needs to be inside ground equipment. Now we need to like ungroup it. So I'm gonna make a helper function, local function ungroup model. Okay. We're just gonna do ungroup model. So here we're just gonna take for child in pairs model get children and do child.parent model.parent, and then at the end we do model destroy, and that should work. I hope. I swear. I hope. Please work. I play the game. I go into server view. Does it load flashlights in? No, it doesn't. It didn't load the flashlights in. Okay, let's take a look. Did it put anything into ground equipment? As a matter of fact, it seems like ground equipment is just straight up gone. What? Oh my god, I'm dumb. Wait, what happened to this ground equipment? Okay, let's take a look at this. What exactly happens? I feel super confused. When you pick up an item, where does it have to be in? Interactable. Why is there a ground equipment folder then? Oh no, or game that we're supposed to ground equipment. What? It should be under ground equipment. Why is this folder really getting deleted, or am I just really blind? It is getting deleted. It was there for a split second. What is deleting that folder? How is this folder getting deleted? More importantly, why does this folder magically exist when I drop an item on the ground? Wait for the game to load. It's just deleting the folder. What is deleting the folder? Oh wait, I might be dumb. Not drawer manager. Game manager. Player loads in. Ungroup model. How did I even manage that? How did I even manage that? That was super stupid. Now did it actually load the items? I have a feeling it might have. Yep, yes it did. It loaded the item. I think I should be happy, but I'm more annoyed at myself than I am happy that that worked. I'm going the wrong way. All the light. I should give myself a speed boost for testing this. I might thank myself for that. Up here, can I pick it up? I can. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh. I did not anchor this wedge. But it loads the items. Now, let me test with a different number of items. That's probably a good idea. First let's anchor this. So I'm going to save, publish, download a copy. Now I'm just going to go up onto actual Roblox. Ectoplasmic lobby. And then I'm going to go into the game. I'm going to add the items and I will teleport and make sure everything's there. Add all flashlights. Why is it broken again? I'm gonna assume I just didn't publish that change. Hope I just didn't publish that change. Please let me have just not published that change. Wait for Roblox to decide it wants to work. There we go. I should have 4 items this time. Sensitivity's kind of screwed up. Yep. 4 of them are there now. Something I think I might try to do is make it so that the arm model is a lot smaller than everything else. Because you're not going to be in VR perspective and stuff. I should get away with that. Shouldn't be able to tell it's any smaller. But it will make it so it doesn't clip into stuff like how my hand is clipping into the table. Anyway. I think that's working really well. I think I might leave the stream there today. I will be uploading this to my VODs channel very soon. Thank you very much for watching. If you did watch, please consider joining my Discord server. You can run the !Discord command, or you can just scroll down below the stream. There should be an option for my Discord server. Gonna real quick make sure that it is indeed nothing that it is just I didn't publish. I did not publish. Publish. There we go. So that's fixed. I hope. Okay, sanity check. Sanity check. I don't want to go crazy. Yep, everything's fine. Thank you very much for watching if you watched, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure to join my Discord, follow if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you very much. Bye. Wait, I always forget. Raid. I need to figure out who to raid. I never remember to raid anyone anymore. Twitch.tv. Devlog. Not in channels, just I browse. Is that what I should be going under? Devlog. No. Come on. Develop. Why? I don't know what I'm doing. How do you search for streams? I feel so dumb. I feel way underqualified.
Alright, what's the deal? What are we betting?
No, what? Something playing? No, don't autoplay. Do I just past videos? Is there just nobody streaming a devlog right now? Development. Software and game development. Let's just go down and actually we can check. We can browse in games. Let's look for Roblox. You're freaking kidding me! How do you search in Twitch? I don't know what I'm doing. Roblox Studio. Okay, well, frick you, Twitch, frick you. How do I don't know. I don't know. Software and game development. Can I search for Roblox Studio. That's what I should have done this whole time. Roblox Studio. This guy seems nice. This is a different language. Never mind. Whatever. Let's just do this guy.
The point is, though, if you
Flash raid. Ghost plays YT 18. All right. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. You don't hate me for like failing to find who to raid and like